All right, welcome back everybody to another Deepvue tutorial. Today we'll be talking about the new pre and post market data points, showing you guys a few screens that we've created that utilizes these data points to look for pre-market movers, gap ups on earnings, those type of opportunities that can be great for day traders, swing traders, position traders, even investors. So there's a really important video, so make sure you tune in until the end. Leave a like down below if you enjoy it, and also if you have any questions as we go, let us know in the comments. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right in. So recently we added a whole batch of pre and post market data points to the data points that are available to you. So let's go ahead and edit this filter. You can see that all the pre and post market data points are located in the bottom folder here, which you can expand. We've got pre and post market price, volume, price post market, volume post market, gap, gaps pre and post, pre-post volume comparison versus the 50-day moving average on volume. So say you want to see stocks that after earnings are trading at least 20% of their 50-day average volume, you can scan for that. Price percent change in pre-market, pre-post market volume comparison to the float as well. That can be a very helpful data point to find very meaningful volume movers in post-market after earnings. And then we've also got price percent change post market as well. And we'll be adding a few other data points. So if you have any ideas of pre and post market data points that you'd like us to add, again, let us know down below in the comments section. So these data points act just like any other data point in Deepvue. To add it to your screen, what you want to do is just select the group you'd like to add it to, then set the condition. Let's say we want pre-post market comparison, pre-market volume to be over 5%. We just basically add that and add that to that filter if you want to add it to group one. So that's pretty much it for setting up a screen and these additional data points. But just taking a look at some of these data points, which ones are very useful to you, especially if you're looking for earnings gappers, because I think everybody wants to find earnings gappers. So basically what you want to do is in post market, you want to set up a screen that says pre-post market volume greater than a certain basic amount, because you don't want to just look and find a stock that's up 20% on 5 shares traded. You do want to have some type of minimum here. For the preset, we've got 10,000, which is pretty high depending on the average volume of a stock. And then also at post market, you either want to use a gap data point or a price percent change data point. That's pre-market, but you can also use the post-market price percent change. This is the one that you want to use for finding post-market moves. So this calculates from the close of that day to the current price in post-market. So if a stock is reporting after hours at 4:30 Eastern, you want to use this to identify moves that happened in that post-market that day. Pre-market daily percent change, that's very useful in the mornings for earnings movers that happen in the mornings, or just looking at that total extended hours price percent change. What is that? This data point allows you to do that in the morning. So depending if you're looking in the evening or the morning, these two data points are what you want. The gap one, this might throw off a few people. Gaps require a gap in price. So you probably, for most applications, want to use just the price percent change, either pre or post market. Gap can be kind of ORed with those, but a gap basically means doesn't just mean that there's a big price move, because that can happen during those market hours, pre and post market. A gap requires a gap up or down in price, but we kind of utilize both of them. In this screen right here for pre-market movers, we're looking for either a gap up of 2% or a pre-market percent change of 5%. And this will catch, all the earnings gappers. If we take a look at the screen results here, we've got Zim. Let's go ahead and X this out. Let's discard those changes. This was an earnings gapper reported before the open. And as always, you can hover over the report down here in the stats table to see additional information. But you can see the huge volume coming in. You were able to see the pre-market volume versus the 50-day moving average was nearly 47%. That's enormous. So that's how you can use these data points as well in your data columns. I've got a specific pre-market data column set that I associate with all pre-market scans that I'm using. So if we just take a look at my data columns, These are my pre-market columns. I've got pre-market percent change, pre-market volume, because I want to see that it's more than just, 5 shares, as I mentioned, pre-market volume versus the 50-day average volume, the run rate, the pre-market last, pre-market low, price percent change today, price percent change from the open. So these will activate when the bell rings and it's time to actually potentially execute on an earnings gapper, and pre-market volume versus shares in float. So this is my pre-market columns. And then once 9:30 hits, I'll pretty soon just kind of change to my recommended set, which is my standard set with my standard, metrics and data columns that I use. And I've got a similar post-market column, which is very similar to this, but basically just change all the data points here to post and their equivalents. And that is my post-market column set. And I'll share these down below in the comment section if you guys would like that. So just let me know in the comments and I'll go ahead and do that. But basically, during the morning, I like to sort by pre-market percent change. Again, that's probably the most important indicator. You can also sort by pre-market volume versus the 50-day average volume. This will help you find those big kind of stocks in play. I know many, day traders like to find these, ALZN, VRAX, and then obviously you want to look and make sure it meets other criteria based on your setup. And of course, always manage risk with these. These are highly volatile up here. But this can help you find earnings gappers, day trades, position trades. There's a whole bunch of opportunities here depending on the market environment. So that's pretty much it for these data points. Very, very useful, again, to find earnings gappers, post-market movers, pre-market movers, and just to see the action, before the market opens. You can load up your watch list with a pre-market column set with the pre-market percent change, see how stocks are acting, after hours, and, in the pre-market, and basically help you, identify what's your game plan for that day. So hopefully this video is helpful. Let us know if you have any additional questions down below, and I'll see you guys in future videos. Take care.